Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Let's get going, people. Let's get going. We starting out with a wonderful day here. How are you all doing out there in the media land? Oh my goodness. Our beloved president, they getting ready to crown him and stuff now. He getting ready to be a king. He gonna be named King Trump now. And so the king just announced on Air Force One that because he's the king, he got to go to Fort Knox and see how much gold he got. Man, what kind of crap we got going on here, man? This is too much.
What is wrong with man? I'm serious, bro. What is wrong with these YT people? What is wrong with them?
I don't know, man.
They letting this man just destroy this damn country. I don't get it, man. I don't know who's gonna. Man, something's up with this. They have let all of these judges come in here and people getting threatened. Don't they have some kind of pull with these military people or somebody? The FBI, the CIA, or somebody. They're just going to throw the CIA people out, throw the FBI people out, fire generals. We just done left the door open for anybody to come through here. What is going on here? I mean,
Right.
I try to keep up with the finances. That's what I do. I mean, last night I was just up looking at all of these finance people and what they're doing and what's going on and all that. These people trying to make money all kind of crazy ways. And when you try to keep up with these political people, all they doing is griping. And poor Jasmine Crockett. She the only civil voice that's out there that's saying something. And they're using her to death. Whatever, they're doing for her or whatever favors she's doing for them. She's earning every penny, dime, nickel. I just don't get it, bro. I don't get it. How are these so-called Americans are allowing this bullshit to happen? Because that's what it is. They got some knucklehead that come from some other country going to be charged of FBI. They got people that don't know what they're doing in Department of Defense, Secretary of State, Security, Homeland Security, as well as the National Security. You got a Chamber of Commerce that's ridiculous, and I don't even want to talk about the Treasury person. He just allowed the guy to just walk right on in and just take over. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And then you got these people talking about he's doing a great job. All these conservative radio stations. You know, the one thing that I found out here, you remember, I've been talking about this every once in a while about these NOGs or NGOs, nonprofit government organizations. And there's so many of them, like I said, there's over 1 million of them, and they get anywhere between 1.5 and 2.5 trillion dollars, donations, government money, and all that. But man, their tentacles are so out there, man, it is ridiculous. And it's to help a lot of people, and some people just getting a nice check. So this is what they're coming after now. This is what the conservatives want to do. But they don't realize, hey, 64% of these white tea people are the ones that's living off the government some kind of way. They ain't helping no black people. Very few black people. You know, they put that all in the TV and all that stuff, but I'm going to tell you, they are not helping a lot of black people. Some black people's getting, they're getting SNAP. Yeah, they're getting discount housing and that kind of stuff, and, you know, Section 8. But it's more of them than it is us. So, and you know, they're talking about, well, look at all the money they're giving all these Hispanics, you know, that's coming over here and all that. Now they're giving a lot of money to all these foreigners over here. Billions and trillions of dollars over the years. And that's to keep us down. Their whole purpose is to keep us, we the dirty dogs. We the ones that's gripping off the system. So every so-called supposed to be white middle class or upper class thinking that all black people live off the government. Or, you know, we are some kind of DEI hire. The only reason why you got your job is because you're a DEI hire. Only reason why you got in school because you was a DEI. I mean, you want to keep telling that lie? Go ahead and keep telling that lie. Keep on, you know. But you ain't saying nothing about you getting in school and your parents getting in school and all that. You getting that free land. We pay taxes too, buddy. We have paid taxes. We paid into the Social Security. We paid into Medicare. Y'all need to get off of that crap, you know, black and white stuff. You need to get off of it. Really, man. That's, you know, that stuff is old, man. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, 80% of the black folks ain't even thinking about you.
And that's why I have to slightly disagree with you that this thing is pointed toward black folks. It is not pointed toward black folks. It's pointed toward poor folks. It's pointed toward poor people. And that's what the Donald Trump is doing. He is trying to get rid of the poor folks. He wants to run poor folks out. And he doesn't care if they MAGA people or not. They are poor people. Did you listen to what Steve Bannon said? One of his first term boys and stuff who was in the White House with him? Did you hear what Bannon had to say about it? Bannon got on a major network, CNN, and did an interview with one of their reporters. And he told those folks and everything, these people, he was telling these MAGA folks, these people are not for you. They are only for the rich folks, the oligarchs, the people who got the money. And trust me, he was telling his MAGA people, trust me, they are going to let you down. Trump got on Fox News the day before that and told Hannity he ain't going to touch Medicaid. 24 hours later, he talks about the House of Representatives has a budget to devastate the Medicaid program. And he sat up there and praised it. Yes, I agree with what the House Republicans are doing, and I want the Senate to get in line with the House Republicans to devastate Medicaid as part of their budget. And he made a particular effort to point out one of the people who were holding the things up and didn't want to do a whole big cut on Medicaid, who was in charge of that committee and stuff and everything he's the chairman of it. His name is Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham says, well, we're going to make some, but we're not going to take a hatchet to it. But the House took a hatchet to the Medicaid. Steve Bannon told him, you cannot do that because the majority of the people who are on Medicaid, Ted, are poor white folks. They poor white people. MAGA folks, the folks who voted for him. He told them, what are you guys doing? You're not hurting the black folks and stuff anymore. Their thing ain't pointed toward black people. They pointed toward poor people. All of them, whether they black, Hispanic, white, whatever. If they poor, his knife is at them. He's already been on his second term. He doesn't care about them anymore. He used them people and everything to put himself back in office, and now he don't care about them, just like he does with everybody out there. He uses you until he gets tired of you and everything, and then he just throws you by the wayside. He got these black senators up there, that boy Donald from Florida and stuff and everything. That nigga still sitting up there, excuse my French folk, because he is. He's sitting up there in that daggone house still defending Trump, and Trump didn't do a damn thing for him. He ain't put him on no committee. He ain't gave him no important job with the government or nothing. He just sitting down there and taking the crumbs that these white folks put on their table and everything for him and everything. And he's sitting down there on the floor eating the crumbs up. When we gonna learn? And that's including the white folks out there too. He dogging them out. Who the ones that's hurting, Ted? We talked about this earlier. It's not a whole lot going on in the areas where the black folks and stuff is at, because we got our governors and stuff protecting all our people. There's some people out there in the red states. He's screwing them up, man. He all them cuts that he made is messing with them farmers. He's sitting up there in all them hospitals and stuff and everything with this medical stuff and everything. He cutting out Affordable Care Act medical stuff. Those are hospitals that are sitting out there in their area, in their places where they live at, or in Missouri, in Arkansas, Kentucky, all them places out there in them hills. They losing their hospital. They closing them down.
Yep.
He's pointed at poor people. And one of my stories and stuff I put out there, unite people. You poor folks better unite, because these people coming after you. They're not coming out. They're not pick out them folks over there and they're in the ghetto. They got you on their target list too, and don't care. He got a hatchet coming out and cutting that stuff up. And Ted, you know where a lot of that Medicaid money is going to, taking care of those seniors who are sitting up there in them nursing homes.
They're sitting in them nursing homes and they depend on that Medicaid so they can have some care in the last part of their life. And he don't care if they shut them down or throw them people out. And he's telling the states and everything, in essence, we're going to cut this Medicaid out. And the only option that these folks got is for those state governments and stuff to go back and fund them daggone programs. And them people don't have no money in Arkansas, Ted, to fund them programs. They don't have the money to do that. Kansas, Oklahoma, they don't have the funds to do that. They're coming out of their state coffers. They depending on California and New York and Illinois and Pennsylvania to take care of them. So them people in California, they're not going to worry about them folks over in Arkansas and whatever, because they got to take care of their own people. When they cut Medicaid, they got to take care of their own people. They don't have no more money to give to those folks over there in those states. So what they're going to do? They're going to die.
I heard this lady say when they was going through, supposed to be going through the Social Security, talking about there's people that's 300, 200 years old getting Social Security, 120 getting Social Security, and saying that some of these people living, over their age, they should go. If you're 85, 90 years old, you done lived too long. Some of these people are 80, 85, and 90 years old, they're doing just fine. They in their nursing homes, they enjoying themselves in their old age.
And Ted, most of them people ain't even making $1,000 a month off of Social Security. They ain't even getting $1,000 a month. They barely getting enough money to buy food, to pay for their utilities, to pay for their rent where they live at. Barely. So most of them are on food stamps because they are way below the poverty line. You cannot live off of $12,000, $13,000 a year. No way. You can't. So they living in squalor, and they getting ready to take their daggone money from those people. If that ain't,
They ain't feeling it yet, but pretty soon they'll be feeling it.
and Ted, their representative ain't opened their mouth. They ain't said a word. They just following that man lockstep while their people are sitting out there being devastated. Their own people who put them in office, they're letting them go. And they don't care. They ain't saying nothing. Ain't an Arkansas representative said nothing when they cut that money off to them peaks over there. And the governor had to come out and say, please, Mr. Trump, please don't cut off our money. Guess what? He still ain't gave them folks that money. He defined the court system. He ain't gave them that money. Going to court and stuff and telling the judge, well, judge, we didn't understand the order you gave was out and everything, but we're going to comply with the order once we understand what the order says. So the judge sits down and says, oh, okay, so you got to comply. Come back in 10 days. In 10 days, how many of them folks can starve to death? They going 10 days without their money, without their food stamps. Them boys out there hunting and fishing now, trying to live. Find the nearest ditch bank so they can find a fish or a crawdaddy or something running around so they can eat, or going out there scavenging in somebody's field so they can eat. And these are in the red states. I ain't talking about these blue states, they're probably red states. It's horrible, man. I'm telling you, I don't understand these folks, man. They are sitting there and letting this man and their representative just dog them out. But they don't have a voice because their newspapers and stuff aren't printing this stuff out, and the ones who are printing it out, they are devastating them. This man gets up there in Washington, D.C., and tells all the news folks and everything, you all stop printing that bad stuff about our president. He's sitting out there. I just watched the video. He's standing out there in front of the White House telling, and got the news people sitting out there, y'all stop printing this stuff about our president. Well, they're telling the truth, the half truth, because they ain't telling the whole truth and telling them, you lying. You don't know what you're talking about. And he's sitting out there pipe dreaming. Sit up there and threaten this man and told him that he got 4% of the population behind him. And he's sitting at 57% popularity. He's down some, but he's still sitting at 57% popularity. But he's fighting these knuckleheads coming trying to take their land tooth and nail. And he got the gall to tell that man, if we will protect you, but you're going to have to give us your natural resources. We want all your magnesium, all your iron ore, all your other stuff and everything, your aluminum, tin, whatever they got. We want it, and then we'll protect you. Maybe.
Oh, did you hear what he said yesterday? He said he made a deal with Ukraine. He said we was going to give you, $500 million. And then we go in there and we get what we need as far as all the minerals and what have you. And that's the deal. Because my understanding is what he claimed. My understanding is that you borrowed $200 million from Europe and you had to pay that back. So we just gave you money. So therefore, hey, you need to do something for us.
Ted, to somebody who don't know any better, that sounds like it might be true, but it ain't.
I know.
That sounds like it might be true, that they borrowed some money. They didn't borrow the money. People gave them some money and stuff so they can defend them. That money was spent to defend their countries over there, because he is sitting over there in the last stable area and stuff and everything to keep Putin from coming over there and invading them. They paying him to fight Putin because they scared to death that he might come over there and bother them. But some of them folks out there and stuff, they done listen to him. Oh yeah, he borrowed that money. He ain't bothered a dime. People gave him that money. United States gave him the money to protect him. And you got Republican senators sitting up there and everything that forced Biden and stuff to keep on giving them folks money and stuff and everything so they can protect themselves, because they wanted a democratic country to survive. So there's a few of them now standing up and quietly, they ain't saying nothing real loud. Well, we still want to support Ukraine. And what Trump doing? He's sitting over there appeasing Russia. And Russia knows daggone well Zelensky, he'd be a damn fool to let the United States determine a peace agreement for them. You'd be a fool to let Donald Trump to discuss anything and stuff for you, because he might stab you in the back. I got to give the man his props. Huh? I got to give the man his props.
You come back to that.
Yeah, well, I got a bunch of stuff down here too, man. I'm sitting up in here looking at my numbers here. I got 2 pages.
So I'm looking at the FHA.
The who?
Federal Housing
Authority?
Yeah.
That's the one to give out home loans?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Right now they got under them $1.3 trillion.
And government-backed loans?
Right. First-time homeowners or low-income homeowners.
Right.
They're going to cut 40% of the staff. What that means is they're going to cut 40% of the staff. That means they're going to cut just about that much in funds available. Now we have a housing shortage, supposed to be. I mean, everything is being touched, bro.
Ted, they got to make up for that tax cut that they trying to enact. They got to get that money for that tax cut. They got to get that money for that tax cut. They're getting ready to give away, what, $4 trillion to these folks in tax cuts. Oh,
You know,
did they tell you that they're getting ready to go over there and involve the IRS right in the peak filing season? They get ready to go over there and file some of them people out the IRS.
6,000 of them, bro. 6,000. So,
you think
therefore,
them people gonna?
if you get some money coming back, it's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be a long time. You might not get it back this year, because you think the rest of them who's sitting there gonna stand up there and everything and say, "Oh, we got to get these refunds out." Hell no. Them people sitting up there right now thinking he might fire me, and they probably looking for themselves a job. So don't try to call them up, because I guarantee you probably be on that line waiting for at least 2 or 3 days for somebody to answer the phone, if they're gonna answer the phone for you, if you got a problem. So what they're gonna do to your treasury and stuff, Ted? I started to read it. I just read the headlines of it right quick, because I was reading something else, because so much stuff going on. I read the headline, and they had a headline said, "We need to stop sending our taxes in to Washington D.C." I couldn't go back there and see who said it and what state said it, but they said it. It was in one of them news articles. Who gonna collect the taxes for the Treasury Department? Who gonna collect the taxes, Ted? Oh my goodness! I shouldn't be talking. I shouldn't be laughing here. I'm sorry. FHA, Ted. My second house was financed by the FHA. My second house that I bought was financed by the FHA. It was an FHA loan. And if I hadn't got the FHA loan, there was no way that I could have got a conventional loan, because them people were asking for 20% down. No way could I spend 20% down on a daggone house. So their little 2, 3, 4% down payment and stuff really got me through to help me buy my second home. And I know that a whole lot of folks out there, black, white, and whoever, use the FHA to buy their first home or second home.
Yeah. Well, they can forget about that. That's going to be cut back.
That's what I'm saying. We use that to buy our first home. So what that means is that all the folks out there who save their little money up and thinking about buying them a home and stuff and everything, if you ain't got a 20 or 25% down payment and stuff on it, you can forget it. Your home is unaffordable. You can't afford to buy a home. They're gonna be rent.
My realtor sent me, must have been 25 homes for sale, all in Sarasota.
All of what?
Sarasota. And I'm thinking that these people either can't pay their notes, they're trying to sell them, and get out of here. I don't know where they're going, but there's a lot of people selling their homes in Florida. A lot of people.
They're going to devastate that market down there. if you can't get insurance to it, you cannot afford the home.
Yeah.
You have to get insurance because there is no mortgage company, even no mortgage company, FHA included, will not let you purchase a property unless you got insurance on it.
And this, whatever you want to call him, he's supposed to be the governor. He don't deal with no problems here, bro. All he do is create problems. He don't deal with no problems. And one of the major problems is these people that's under the water, having problems redoing their homes and getting insurance. That should be his number one priority. All over the state, bro. But you know what he just did? He tried to force the people to come back and initiate a legislation for getting rid of these undocumented people. That was his priority. Not helping the people. He already got a work shortage because there's nobody out in the fields. Nobody building houses. I went by when I went to this vegetable stand out in almost Bradenton. We was riding in the back way, and it was building, but I didn't see nobody working, bro. This was during the week, a couple of days ago. Wasn't nobody working. Ain't got no workers, bro.
Maybe they're going out there at night when the IRS go home.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
They might be out there working at night. They got a light out there so they can work at night. So the daylight comes, they all go home.
A bunch of developments, bro. A bunch of developments is supposed to be being built out there. These people don't know what they're doing. They don't know what these work. They be so concerned about making sure they don't pay people what they're worth when you're supposed to be making $800 a week.
Yeah,
we're gonna pay you $5, $6, if that.
See, they got these smart farmers and stuff and everything, because they got you can buy these lights and stuff that you can put on your head and everything. So they come out there at night. They come out there at night and they got a headlight for them so they can pick the strawberries.
It's not funny. I mean,
I know it ain't, man, but some of them folks, man, they can't stand it too long, man. They got to eat too. Their kids got to eat. So I'm pretty sure that's probably what's going on. I bet you go out there at night, man. By midnight, you'll see them out there in the field.
Man, I ain't getting my ass on no street at no 12 o'clock.
Headlights on, picking that stuff. Because I had to go home.
These people, I'm telling you, bro. I saw this story. This is sort of off the subject. I saw this story that this he was, he's Hispanic, but he's not Mexican. But he got brown skin. But he was married to this white chick, and I think he was ex-military. And they stopped him, and they saw he was brown. He was brown skinned. His children, 3 children, sitting in the back, and his YT wife was right there. She hollered and screaming, "What are you doing? Leave him alone. He's my husband." They grabbed him, threw him on the ground. You undocumented. You're and they handcuffed him and took him off to jail. And before that, they sprayed him and they sprayed the kids. The next day, they released him, come to find out that he was legal.
Mm-hmm.
This is the kind of stuff ICE is doing, bro.
Ted, they is under pressure, man. That knucklehead wench that came out of South Dakota, who was the governor, then threatened all them people down there at the Border Patrol and INS folks. She done threatened them all. Told them that if they don't get out there, they got a quota that they got to get. If they don't get their quota and stuff and everything, she gonna fire. Seriously, she got a quota. They got to get so many of them and lock them up, because Trump ain't happy because he ain't getting enough of them out of the country fast enough. So they put a quota on them. So they scared too. The officers who arresting people scared too. So they say
their job.
They got to do their job, man. They got to anything they look like it might be illegal. You better watch out because they gonna get you. And then she got the gall to tell them if they hear anything from the news media about what they done said, she said she gonna give them all a polygraph. They gotta stand them to a polygraph test and everything to make sure that they ain't telling people what the heck going on and what she telling them to do. I said, you got to be kidding me. They subjected to a polygraph now if they don't do their job, or she think they done told somebody something.
The rule of law is over, bro.
It's over. These people's job that depending on if she decide that she want to polygraph them, and if they don't take the polygraph test, she gonna fire them, I guess. Somebody that told the news media what we doing. Y'all telling news media I'm polygraphing all of y'all.
Well, there's right and there's wrong. If your job tell you, I have quit several jobs when they want you to do stuff that's not right. When I used to work for this insurance company, I'm not going to name the insurance company because I don't want to get sued. But I told all my customers, if you have any problems and you can't see a doctor or you can't get, the doctor you need surgery and you can't get it, call me and then I'm going to call some people. When people start calling me, Mr. Harvey, the doctor told me I need to do this and do that, and they denied me. I said, what? So I'm calling the office and said, well, one of my clients told me that blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we denied him, blah, blah, blah. What you going to, in other words, ain't nothing you can do about it. I quit, bro. I said, I'm not going to sit up here and tell people, you telling me to sell insurance to people, and they're going to give you all of these benefits. You're going to give them all these benefits. And then as soon as something happens to them, you're going to deny them coverage. I ain't working for nobody like that. How can you sell something like that to people when you're not going to honor what you said you was going to do? When I used to work for the bank, people they would overcharge people. A person might go write a check and then they'll get overcharged. Okay, and they get $35 overcharge. But then it'll just keep giving them an overcharge. And before you know it, they got $150 overcharge. You know what I used to do? I would write it off.
Mm-hmm.
I'd just go through the back door, take that $150 off of their account. And nobody never said anything to me. I know they saw it. It was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It was wrong.
Absolutely.
charging these people $35 for going over their account, $15 or $5 or whatever. It was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I've had too many people come to me and crying about it. And of course I give my lecture, you got to budget your money. You can't be sitting there going over, and that kind of thing. But the point is that you can't do that. And now when you had that, I don't know if it's still going on, but when that senator from Connecticut brought that program for consumer credit and all that.
Massachusetts.
She's from Massachusetts.
Correct.
And
talking about Senator Warren, right?
Senator Warren.
Okay.
She made the banks, mostly all the banks, no more overcharges. Now they're gonna get the overcharges back again, bro.
Mm-hmm. Because they trying to cut out the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, but she's putting up a good fight, and the Bureau is putting up a good fight. They got a lawsuit out there and stuff to stop them from cutting the Consumer Financial Protection Board, but there is so many battles and stuff here going on for what this man has done and stuff, man. They have overwhelmed the judicial system. They have overwhelmed the attorneys. They have overwhelmed everybody trying to fight this gun, and that's what he depends on. I got some sad things here to say. There was some data and stuff that came out here about the cuts and stuff that the House was talking about doing. And these cuts, man, it is sad that there are 72 million people going to be affected.
Who are they?
Medicaid cuts.
72 million?
72 million. Going to be affected by these Medicaid cuts. And most of them are disabled or low-income people.
Who?
72 million.
Those are people that's in these senior homes, and
some of them are in senior homes. Some of them are disabled for whatever reason or another, and they're using Medicaid and everything to take care of their health needs when they go to the hospital, or the folks and stuff and everything who are on Social Security, and the ones and stuff only getting $500 a month for Social Security. That's their check, $500 a month. So they got to give them a Medicaid, and they got to give them food stamps. I know a few of them, man. I've seen them. I know one person and stuff, man. The only thing they give him is $150 a month for Social Security. That's it. But he got it and stuff because he gets Medicare along with Medicaid. But these are people that they're attacking. Bright news, Ted. We got some bright news coming up.
Please.
Yeah, we got some bright news coming up here. They were in the Oval Office, and Adonna was sitting down there, and Elon says, why don't we give the money that we saved, the American people, we're going to give them that money back. We're going to send out $5,000 in stimulus money. And Donald said, that sounds like a good idea. So all our folks heard that. They sit down there. He's a great man. He's a great man. They get ready to give him $5,000, which probably they won't even give him $5,000. They probably go down and Trump will do him just like he did the guy that came in there, and the wife who came in there whose son or daughter or whatever it was killed in the military, And he came up in there, and she didn't have enough money to bury her daughter because she got raped down there in Fort Hood, Texas. And she walked into the White House and stuff, and Trump was doing a photo op with her and everything. And he said, well, I'll pay for the funeral for her. So she left all happy, did the photo op and all that. And pretty soon, about 2 weeks later, Trump asked him, he said, did the lady send the bill in for the funeral? He said, yeah. He said, how much was it? He said, it was $25,000. And Trump said, that's too much for the bed, no wetback. Ain't no wetback worth no $25,000 buried. He told him don't pay the bill. That's how dirty that dog is. This man's supposed to be worth $1 billion, and he worried about $25,000 to bury somebody. The daughter got killed, was raped and killed, and she was in the military. Oh, I'm laughing at everything, but this man is he's a scoundrel. So I figured that the 5,000 might end up to be 500. So we got some folks out there, Ted, that when they get that $500 check, that they're gonna be happy to lark, and they're gonna go, our master Trump, Daddy Trump, sent us $500. And these folks, they still in billions, and he done throw them some pennies and stuff. Here you go.
Pennies, nickels, and dimes,
He handed them some pennies and stuff, and he sitting down there eating prime rib and lobster, and these food down there barely able to get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for $500. Oh. Save us, people.
America, man, I don't know, man. It seems like, I don't know, where are the real Americans? I hate to say that, real Americans, because we're all Americans. But, dang, man, where's the compassion? Where's the empathy? Where's the sympathy? Where's the love? Where's the concern? Where's all of that?
It's no longer there, Ted. Now, the state of Missouri has a Republican House, Republican governor, Republican Senate. And they've been bashing these folks about this abortion stuff for a long time. So they can't control them. So what they did was the legislature in Missouri passed a law that said every pregnant woman in the state of Missouri has to register on a registry.
Mm.
And they're using the registry to make sure that those pregnant women, wherever they go, don't get an abortion.
Mm. What is going on, man?
Hey, these people.
Where's the freedom?
And I thought it was a lie, but I went back and did some more research. They did. They passed a law. They got a registry. And you pregnant, you got to register.
I'm baffled, man, at this. Where is the freedom? That's all I'm asking. Where is the freedom? Where is the wow?
I saw that story and I read it. I said, you got to be kidding me.
I heard about the HIV story. They cut all of that out.
Mm-hmm. And they got the some kind of a flu. We're in the flu season, and Trump cut their whole department out. They're dealing with the flu people, helping them deal with the flu season. So everybody out there who getting sick and everything, you got the flu.
The chickens.
Yeah.
And then you got your tuberculosis. break out in Texas. And they said now they moved to somewhere else.
Measles. Right here in Atlanta, they got measles. So anytime I go out and I tell them, I'm going to have to wear me a mask like everybody else is starting to. And we done paid for I thought it was $100 million. It's $500 million for these COVID tests. Been paid for already. We bought them. It's in a stockpile. And Trump decided he's going to burn that up. All the COVID tests, they're taking them out and burn them. $500 million. Burn it.
Man, Putin is loving this man. He's loving this man. He is loving him. He's doing everything to destroy this country and the people. Everything. And the people thinking that he's doing a good job by supposed to be cutting stuff.
Well, they just had a poll and stuff on the Midas Touch. They went out and pulled up a poll and everything and said Trump's polling numbers and dropped below 500 now. 50%, I'm sorry. He's down around 40-some% in popularity and 52% disapproval. So he got mad last night. He wrote some crazy stuff, man. I don't even tell you what it is, man, because it's crazy. He put it out there on his social media platform. And I'm pretty sure he didn't write it because all the words were spelled right. But it was crazy, man. I didn't even recite it. I didn't even write it down. It was just awesome. I couldn't believe he did that.
Well, two money manager companies just purchased hundreds of millions of shares in Truth Social. That's a money laundering thing going on, bro. You know, that's a payoff.
Mm-hmm.
And BlackRock was one of the big buyers. And that thing lost 200.
He's doing their bidding.
It's losing money.
He is doing their bidding, so they got it. That's how they paid him back. He's doing their bidding, so they're paying him back.
You know, these people don't believe in karma. They don't believe in, if you treat people bad and you do things that's bad, then it comes back to you. They think, because you got money and a little power, they don't realize it's just a matter of time that sooner or later, it comes back on you, bro. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. It's better not to do nothing than go after people. And that's what they're doing, bro. Just to make some money.
Well, folks, my last word is everybody listen to our show, and just like today, we telling you guys some outrageous stuff that you do not believe. But it's going on. This stuff with these red states, it's going on. They're closing these folks' hospitals down. They defunded that stuff, and the first thing to go is these folks' hospital. They don't have the money to keep them open. They don't have the money in their state coffers because they don't bring in a whole lot of revenue. Most of their money, just like we just talked about, Arkansas, almost 80% of their money comes from the federal government. They don't have enough money in their coffers to take care of their people, but you got folks and stuff who are sitting out there and stuff, and they still want to turn around there and look at this man with a king hat on. He got a crown on his head, so I'm the king now. That was one of the things she wrote last night. He the king. It was so outrageous. I didn't even want to talk about it. Anyway, we're telling you the truth, people. This stuff is going on. This stuff is actually happening. It's actually happening. This stuff over here in Missouri, I thought that was the craziest thing in the world, Ted. I said, you just can't be true. And I did some more research, and it is. I got a damn registry for pregnant women. You want the story? We're going to give it to you. There's a lot more stuff going on out there, people, but it just so much that we just can't deal with it. I talked yesterday about the torture of 1,000 cuts. They're going on. We haven't even talked about the International Monetary Fund. You heard about what happened with that thing, didn't you? One of these countries is leaving out of the International Monetary Fund.
Really?
Yeah. One of the big countries is leaving out, and they belong to BRIC.
Uh-oh.
Yep. They said they ain't going to that thing. They're no longer going to be there. And China is one of the countries. They're getting out of it. Dig a little deep, Ted.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if we can bounce back. You know, it took Joe Biden 2 to 3 years almost to get back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about normal. I ain't talking
I
about.
understand. I understand what you're saying. I understand fully. Go ahead.
So now here comes what's the name, and he does signing papers, notifying everything that he did. I think they lost, man. Mm-hmm. These white men are lost. They lost.
They lost.
They don't know what to do. They think, you know, they're not happy, number one. They can't be happy. You know, they just, hey, they feeling good because is this revenge or payback or showing source of power? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, bro. I don't get it. It's just, you know, I don't like to, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be done here. I don't like to blame stuff, everything on the devil.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like it's demonic, bro. That's all I gotta say. It just seems like this is they have been overtaken. They've been overtaken. They have lost their sight. I'm gonna tell you, I have ran into a lot of good YT people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of good ones.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, very nice. You go over their house, have dinner, all kind of stuff. You know, good people. Just treat you just like you're a normal human being. I treat them like a normal human being, and we just socialize and all that. Good people. No big thing. No nothing. You know. Mm-hmm. But I just don't get it, bro. You know, it's too many good people out there, man. I'm talking about all nationalities, all races, all ethnic groups.
Mm-hmm.
There can't be that many people that's possessed of evilness, wickedness, just for money. Just for money, Ed? I don't get it, bro.
We have to be very, very just. You just spoke about it took Joe Biden 3 years to get past that garbage that he did in his first term. And he really didn't even get past all of it and everything because that debt and everything was so daggone high. And he brought it down some, but it's still out there. And now he came back with a vengeance. But Ted, there is so much stuff going on outside of this country. We are in an international economic environment. That BRIC stuff that is going on now, they've already identified 23 more nations and stuff who want to join them.
Woo.
Cuba just said that they're going to join the BRIC coalition. And there's several countries in Africa and stuff who wants to join them also. BRIC is getting to be very, 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 very powerful and stuff, and China is involved in it. So I'm wondering and stuff, Ted, Russia's in that BRIC group.
Yep.
Why are
That's
they?
right.
Why are they sitting down there and doing whatever they doing to Trump? What's going on there? I don't understand that. I don't understand. They're in BRIC, but they over there messing with Trump. What's
Secret
going on?
agent man, secret agent man. America first. America first. Secret agent man. And they believe him. They believe him.
We have to watch people what's going on, not only here in this country. We're going to have to watch what's going on outside of our country too, because it affects what goes on inside this country. But our time is ended, so me and Mr. Harvey, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope everything, if we still around, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna make it through all this, Ted. You know, and hearing the man going down there and getting my goal, going down to Fort Knox and taking my goal, I don't like that. Have a good day, people. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.